Hey, this is Rich from HouseBarons.com. My brother Dave and I renovate houses along with Dave's son Caleb. And today we're going to review this GE Cafe French door refrigerator. If you're new to our channel, consider subscribing. We make a ton of home improvement videos, and we'd like to show you how to do a job yourself so you can save a ton of money. Alright, so this is the GE Cafe 22.2 cubic foot counter depth stainless steel French door refrigerator. So yeah, the finish is stainless, looks beautiful. 22.2 cubic feet for me is not very big. My refrigerator at home is gigantic because it's got an actual pizza drawer because I love pizza, and so I can fit a whole 16-inch pizza into that specific drawer. You're not going to do that with this one. Our kitchen designer talked us into counter depth, and what that means is its profile here on the side is very sleek, so it's thin, so it doesn't, you know, stick way out into the room like mine does at home. I don't care because I love that pizza drawer. So anyway, if you're looking for a sleek look, there's pretty much no disputing that that is pretty styling. All right, the height of this refrigerator is 70.5 inches, and its width is 36 inches, and its depth is 29 inches. Out here on the exterior, yeah, this is, you know, French door, double door deal. It's got this cool little light. Okay, there I turned the light off. And there the light is on. So this is going to be a vacation rental house. You can leave that light on just as an extra light. If somebody's coming around at night and wants to get a drink, then it's pretty easy to find it. This is cool. I don't know, I guess I'm easily entertained. I just love the way this shows this little water video. So anyway, this right here says that the water filter is good, and I just replaced that not long ago. As a matter of fact, I'll put a link to that video right up there if you ever need to replace the water filter for this GE Cafe refrigerator, then you can reference that. So here it says the temperatures, and it's got the freezer temperature, the refrigerator temperature, very easy to, you know, put them up and down. I can put it down to 35, but I'll put it back to 37 how we had it. We've got that in Fahrenheit, and that works well for us. So you can do this thing called turbo cool, turbo freeze. And let's look at the other settings. So it's got this photo thing. We've got 6 dogs and 4 goats, and I probably should put some of the photos on there, but for right now we haven't put any photos on there. You could just keep like one photo of, you know, your kids or whatever, or you could do a slideshow, and so that's kind of neat. It says the ice maker's on. It gives me the humidity level, and there is a door alarm that tells you the door's open. You can turn the sound on and off. The cooling system is on, and that's where I could change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius if I wanted to try to figure that out. But I don't really know Celsius well, so I'll leave it how it is. And then there's a hot water video tutorial that you can hit. But basically, it's not rocket science. All you got to do is hit this hot water button. And then it's got all these different temperatures that are preset. This first one down here is 90 degrees is their warm temperature, and that takes 2 minutes to heat up. The hot cocoa temperature at 150 takes 3 minutes 30 seconds. And then the tea feature, 170 degrees, takes 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And the soup one at 185 degrees takes 4 minutes and 45 seconds to heat up. Once this heats up, this little knob will turn red. It'll start glowing. Then you just turn it and it dispenses the water. So if you just want warm water, it only is going to go to 90 degrees, and it just takes a minute to warm up. and it's cool because, you know, it counts down. Okay, so now this red light came on. Warm water is ready. So all we have to do is turn and then press the hot water knob. Get 10 ounces at that time. Now my brother just is very interested in coffee, and he will make 30 ounces at a time. And he's got his little, I don't know, his espresso machine, and I don't even know what he's doing over there. But at any rate, because he needs a lot of water, he'll end up having to fill that. He'll end up having to go through that process 3 times. And on the second and third one, once it's already heated once, it'll be quicker. So maybe like half the time. So anyway, that's super convenient. Like I don't drink coffee, but if I'm here and I'm shoveling the driveway, it's pretty cool to come in. All you gotta do is hit that button, and then you've got your water for your hot chocolate, and that's perfect. So anyway, the hot water feature is very fabulous. And I drink water pretty much all day long. And so what I really like here is I've got it on water. All I have to do is press this to dispense the water. But what's cool is up here, it tells you exactly how many ounces are coming out. And so that's very convenient for cooking if, you know, something requires a certain amount of ounces of water. So easy to just dispense it that way. You can switch over to crushed ice or cubed ice, and it'll give you a little different look from that water video that I like. See, that's cool. Then it does crushed. Then over here it does cubed. And so we'll open her up. This is where the ice maker is. And see, there's where all the ice is. If you use the ice maker a lot, it seems like there's no issues at all. But if you don't use it for a period of time, it does seem like it can get jammed or stuck. And then all you have to do is just dislodge the ice, and it's really no big deal. Anyway, that's how you remove this ice bucket, and it's, you know, it's real nice. It locks in there easily. Now I've got it locked. I think there's a good amount of light in there. You can see everything real easily. And it's funny because my wife and I were discussing what we liked and didn't like about the fridge. And I'm like, it's a little bit, for me, kind of small. I mean, this one's only 22.2 cubic feet, but they do make larger ones. So if that's a concern, you can just get a larger model. But my wife was pointing out how in our cavernous refrigerator at home, our food can get shoved to the back, and you can find it, you know, a while later, like months later, and then maybe it's not all quite as fresh as it should be. So anyway, her point was with the refrigerator being this counter depth, like really nothing gets lost. There's only so far you can push the food back. And then, you know, it's real easy to keep it maintained and cleaned, and you always know that you've got fresh food in there. Here's how it looks inside. So there's a lot of shelves. Okay, that right there is an alarm. The door alarm. It'll go off if you if you leave it open too long. So I just closed it so that we wouldn't have to listen to that. But so some things here. So you can flip this over to fruits or vegetables, and it allows, like on vegetables, it doesn't allow air in. On fruits, it allows a little vent there. Same thing on over there. And then this is like, depending on what you're keeping in there. So they suggest 32 degrees for meat, 34 degrees for beverage, 36 degrees for deli, and you can, switch that. So here's something that's very cool. So like when you put it over to meat, it does red, and you do beverage, the light turns blue, and when you do deli, it turns to green. So that's kind of neat. They call that the temp select zone. Okay. Down here in the freezer, I think there's ample storage. So there's a nice big drawer, double drawer up here. And then down there's room for my icy pops. So, and my wife's drumsticks. So anyway, no issues with the freezer. We haven't had any kind of leaking problems or anything like that so far. We purchased this refrigerator 2 years ago. So I would say we've had it long enough to run into problems. And so far it's been a great refrigerator. A viewer on our channel mentioned that they were interested in possibly purchasing this refrigerator. And so they asked some questions, and I thought, you know what, I'll just go ahead and make a review on it. And that viewer's name is Areej, A-R-E-E-J, and I hope that I pronounced that properly. And Areej had a few questions. A concern that they read about was about the noise level that the refrigerator makes. And so I've kind of got everything in the house shut off right now, so you can hear the fridge. And let's just listen. Like I don't hear it at all. Every now and again, a motor will kick in, and it's a hum like a refrigerator, but I would not say for me it's anything out of the ordinary. It seems just fine. We bought this refrigerator for about $2,900, and we are Amazon affiliates, and I just checked on Amazon and it's still available for about that price. So we will put a link to this refrigerator in the description below. And Amazon pays us a small commission for qualified purchases. So anyway, I'm sure that my brother Dave will be delighted if you pick 2 or 3 of these up so that we can feed all those dogs and goats. Okay, so just going over pros and cons. Pretty much the only real con that we've come up with is that the ice maker on occasion gets stuck, but then we've always figured out a way to fix it. So that's not been very much of an issue. And then probably the only other, okay, so now the fridge just came on. So you can hear it for yourself, and I'll be quiet for a moment. I mean, we've got a ticking clock over there, and I feel like that's more distracting than the sound of this fridge. I don't think that the noise that the refrigerator makes is too loud, but I guess everybody's got their own idea of what is too loud for an appliance. Probably the only other real issue with this fridge is just the physical size inside and how much food that it can store. And, it just depends on how much cooking you do, how big your family is. Now, our workaround is that, because we're renting this place out for vacations, and so we've got this other little fridge over here, and that's for drinks. All right, and then down in the basement, we've got this massive full-sized fridge. This one's quite big. So we haven't run into any issues at all about having enough space for people to put their food. We went with counter depth, but if you want more space for your food, you could just go with a larger GE Cafe model. As far as pros, I would say everything to do with this whole water deal is awesome. And, I love the display. I haven't even put my dog's photos in there, but if I had that, it'd be out of this world. So anyway, I love that It's so easy to use everything. The screens are easy to navigate. It's very simple to get water, crushed ice, cubed ice, you know, hot water in all different temperatures, and they even have a custom setting so you could pretty much put your water at any temperature that you like. All those are really wonderful features. And then I would say overall, I really like the look of it. So the main reason we purchased this particular refrigerator is we're in a really nice house and we want it to go upscale, but not over the top. So anyway, we found the way they brand themselves for this is called affordable luxury. I think that says it perfectly, because in a very high-end house, you can go ahead and get Wolf or Viking or another high-end refrigerator that can run $7,000 or $8,000. But the fact that you can get this one for under $3,000 and it still is quite luxurious to us, it says that that's a very good value. I mean, this is not just a run-of-the-mill fridge that you would find in a typical home, but it also, you know, we didn't have to sell a car in order to buy it. So anyway, I'd say overall, we're very pleased with this refrigerator. We would buy it again if we were in a situation like this again, where we wanted to go and get something upscale. And, you know, we didn't want to get the very top of the line, but just something very nice and elegant, which is what I would say this is. So anyway, I hope that this video helped give you some input on the GE Cafe French door refrigerator. And if you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comments section below. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do, because we have a ton of home improvement videos and reviews on the way. Thanks much for viewing, and we'll see you in this video.